Welcome. I'm Gila Ross, host of the Power Up podcast. And one of the things I'm passionate about is sharing how much joy, relevance, and meaning Judaism brings to our everyday lives. This episode has been sponsored as a merit for Shoshana Feiger Bas Chaim Yitzchak. Last week, I was asked a very good question. A friend asked, why is it that we're created with a desire to do bad things? If you think about it, we want to grow, we want to become great, we want to do the right thing, and yet, annoyingly enough, oftentimes we have a resistance to it, or we have a desire to do wrong things. Why are we created that way? And this week, I found something that made the question even stronger. There is a commandment in the Torah that tells us you're not allowed to put a stumbling block in front of a blind person. You're not allowed to intentionally do something that is going to trip someone up. Hold on a second. Isn't that exactly what the Yetzer Hara, that desire within us to do the wrong thing is? It's almost like a stumbling block that trips us up. How could God create us that way? Now imagine this. Imagine there's someone that's building something and they dig a huge 6-foot hole in the middle of the road. And then someone else comes along and trips into it. It's extremely dangerous. Wouldn't the person who dug that hole be responsible? Of course they would be. But what if the person who dug that hole put a gate around it? They put a large caution sign in front of it. They put a flashing warning light next to it. They even put a guard in front of it to protect people. If someone then went and deliberately crashed into it and fell, would the person who dug it be responsible? No, because they gave the person the tools to protect themselves. And the same thing it is true for the Yetzer Hara, the part of us that desires to do the wrong thing. Yes, it is true that God created us with a desire not to do the right thing. And that was given to us in order that we can actually choose to create our own perfection in this world. But God has created us with and given us the tools to fight against it. God gave us the Torah, which is a guidebook. It teaches us how to conquer that desire to do the wrong thing. And God has given us the Yetzer Tov, the desire to do good. That part of us that always wants to grow, that always wants to do better, that wants to be kind. The part of you that told you, yes, click on this, listen to something that is going to feed your soul. And God has also given us the help of whether it's mentors, whether it's inspirational speakers, whether it is like-minded friends who also care about growth and Torah and mitzvot. And in fact, we're told that the way to beat the Yetzer Hara, the part of us that desires bad, that resists good, is to band up with another friend, a like-minded friend. Why? Because each one of us has a soul, a godly soul that wants to grow and be connected and to achieve our perfection. But yes, we also have the Yetzer Hara, the part of us that resists doing good, that desires the wrong things. But when we get together, when we connect with a like-minded friend who also cares about growth, then we're 2 against 1. It's their soul that desires good and my soul that desires good. And together they can fight against the part of us that desires bad, the Yetzer Hara. So yes, we were given this part of us that resists good, and sometimes even desires the wrong things. But we have the tools to fight it. And when we fight it and we win it, that is how we become great. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. You can get in touch with me on Instagram at Gilaros. And if this resonated with you, please share it with someone else and subscribe to the podcast so you can hear future episodes. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.